What's up, everybody? Welcome to Coldplay Replay, where we are ranking and reviewing every major Coldplay album on the road to the release of Music of the Spheres. Today, we are reviewing A Head Full of Dreams, the seventh Coldplay album. And first up, we got some other Josh.
Hello, I'm some other Josh. I'm 23. I enjoy long walks on the beach, letting my hair down, reading a good book. I'm single, ready to mingle, and I'm always down for a double scoop of ice cream. So if you're ever, looking for that, just feel free to send me a message.
All right, and we got Billy.
Hello, it's me, and I'm sorry I'm very red. I don't know why I keep being so red. I think blue light, I don't know, but it's fine.
You're
Hello.
glowing from listening to this album.
I'm just
Yeah.
blushing the whole time listening to this album, you're right.
All right, and then next up, we got Kate Rose.
Hello, it's me, and this is not water.
And then
That's all you need.
That's all.
And then last but certainly not least, and we're gonna give him probably like 10 to 15 minutes here. We got Gino Viteri.
Okay. Hello, everybody. My name is Gino Viteri. I was holding this as I put it away because I thought it was inappropriate, but I'm sure people are gonna have a question or are gonna wonder. I mean, why I was holding it. Just like you know how you hold a pen and you like chew on it or whatever. I was holding this. You know what I mean? It's just sometimes if you guys have seen me hold this, my dagger with
Nice.
a real sapphire, by the way, from the mountains of
You just
Nepal.
have to escalate.
Wow.
So yeah, it was just
Various weapons.
it's not there's nothing in it. I actually lost it. So
You lost the clip.
no, it's right here. So there you go. So I was
So
just
now
playing.
it's
I was
good.
just playing with it, like that. Like I was just dropping it. You know what I mean?
Right.
But anyway, like
Device.
so this is just in case you want to know what it is. It's reversed, I think, right? But anyway,
I'm 19.
it is it is real, just so you know. But anyway, when Josh brought up the ice cream thing, the 2 double scoops, you know
Yes.
which ice cream I would do an infinite amount of scoops for? Best ice
I
cream
would
I've ever
love
had
to
in my
know.
life.
I'd love to know.
Cinnamon roll skillet cinnamon roll. That's what it's called.
Skillet?
Have you guys ever heard of
Like a
Jenny's
pan?
ice cream? Yeah,
Mhm.
Jenny's
Yeah, yeah.
ice cream. You heard of Jenny's ice cream?
Mhm.
They have this flavor called skillet cinnamon roll, and I was like, oh, interesting. I like cinnamon rolls, right? Who doesn't like cinnamon rolls? Does anyone
Right.
not like cinnamon rolls?
No, I love cinnamon rolls.
Okay, good.
I'll eat them as a whole meal, dude.
Exactly. So I was like, I like cinnamon rolls. Let me try them in ice cream form. Best ice cream
Yeah.
I've ever had in my life, guys. Best ice cream I've ever had. Like I took a bite and it was one of those like a head full of dreams. That's one of those. See,
Right.
I'm going into it, right?
Mhm.
When I took a bite of this skillet cinnamon roll, my head
Yeah.
was full of dreams, guys.
Boom.
My head was
Wow.
full of dreams. It was the adventure of a lifetime. That was the
Wow.
adventure of a lifetime. I was seeing Everglow.
Did
You
you
know what I
have
mean?
did you have an amazing day?
I had an amazing day that time. Yeah.
You were having
Yeah.
lots of fun.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I was
Featuring
having
Tovlo.
I was having a lot of fun with Tovlo, and yeah, and like the birds were chirping. It was a hymn for that weekend, to be honest with you. guys.
Your mood just
be
kept
honest.
going up
One
and
might
up.
say an adventure.
Yeah, it kept going up and up, 100%. Skillet cinnamon roll. If you have a Jenny's local to you, I think they ship nationwide. Actually, to be honest with you, in dry ice, just in case you're wondering, because it doesn't come melted. So it's like in dry ice. They ship it to you. Skillet
Let's stop right
cinnamon roll.
now.
Try it.
Dry ice.
Try it. It's the best ice cream I've ever had in my life. I'm telling you right now. Best
Anytime
ice
you
cream.
get one of those
Heard it
dry
here
ice things, it's a good
first.
time. You put it in the sink, and the sink becomes spooky.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think if you touch dry ice with your bare hands, do you die?
It
Right? Is that
burns your
something I've
skin.
heard? Okay. So
That's how you can have warts removed.
really?
Mhm.
Yeah. As I've had that done.
Can
like,
can you
before.
essentially not like just wondering, could you essentially kill somebody with dry ice? Like could you murder somebody with dry ice?
I feel like if you ate it, it would not be good.
Would not be good or would it
If
kill
you
you?
ingested it, it would
Like
not.
would it burn your insides? It just burn
Probably.
through? To kill you. It could definitely kill you dry ice, right?
I feel like you all need to know that there is cream cheese in this ice cream.
But it's good.
I like cream
Cream,
cheese.
yeah, cream
Yeah, I like
cheese
cream.
slaps.
I like cream
Yeah.
cheese.
Yeah,
I
I love
mean,
cream
you
cheese.
had the cinnamon rolls. Kate, you said you liked cinnamon rolls. Cinnamon rolls have cream
Not
cheese
if
on
it
them.
has cream cheese icing.
It's
I'm
cream cheese
sorry.
icing on the
I'm
cinnamon
Cream cheese
not a
roll.
icing
fan.
slaps.
I'm not a fan. I only like it on bagels. That's it.
Mm.
Wait, cream cheese icing on bagels? Oh, cream cheese on bagels.
Cream
Just
cheese on
cheese,
bagels,
okay.
fantastic.
Yes.
We
Yes.
I
have this
like
brand in Canada
the
called
bagels.
Philadelphia.
The bagels that I like from Einstein's is the cinnamon sugar ones
Mhm.
with the what's the spread? The sweet one. What's the sweet one? You guys know. It's,
I didn't prep for
pumpkin.
an ice cream
There's a
conversation.
pumpkin. There's a
I
pumpkin
don't
spread.
have notes.
Do
for this.
Gino? Do we want to save the ice cream discussion for our ice cream podcast?
I mean, if you want. I mean, you said you didn't have that many facts for this.
Yeah, you gave him 10
episode,
minutes,
so-
dude. And
Yeah.
we're discovering that Gino loves cinnamon flavored things. So
Skillet cinnamon roll.
we're still like
That's what it was called, right?
we still have like 6 minutes left of Gino's intro.
Yeah.
Right, Kate? Did you look it up? Is that what it's called? Skillet cinnamon roll.
Yes.
Skillet
It's from
cinnamon.
Jenny's Ice Cream.
Jenny's Ice Cream, yeah.
N-I-S.
There's a local one to me. A lot of places close really early around here in Atlanta.
They have some very interesting flavors.
Yeah,
There's
they
a
do.
gooey butter cake. There's a sweet
Yeah,
cream
that's a
biscuits
good one.
and peach.
Haven't tried that one. I imagine it's good though. It's good. But anyway, this Jenny's closes at 12 a.m. So I was like, that's nice. They close pretty
Right.
late.
Ooh.
Yeah.
I have an
Very-
update about the dry ice.
Okay.
So you might think that ingesting dry ice, like it would freeze the tissue in
Yeah.
your esophagus and stomach, but the bigger problem is, like, you know how dry ice it releases carbon dioxide.
Yeah.
Mm.
The carbon dioxide would like expand and explode your stomach.
So you would die.
Oh no.
Yeah.
So essentially, you could murder somebody with dry ice.
Mm-hmm.
Has that ever happened?
Shoot him with your gat.
Or you shoot? Yeah. But this is like I said, it's fake. Like I didn't say it was real earlier, right? I said it was fake.
You did say it was real.
It's a BB,
Well, pointing.
like BB Rexa.
Mm-hmm.
That's our next album, by the way. Hint.
Like baby, no money.
Don't do it.
All
Okay.
right, we can get into it.
Okay. So the runtime is 11 tracks, 45 minutes, 50 seconds. It was released on December 4th, 2015, which that was just a rough week, which we'll get into later.
It doesn't feel like a December album. It seems like a weird release date. I cannot
It's so-
imagine listening to this around Christmas time.
This is definitely a summer album.
Yeah.
That's for
Yeah.
Christmas gift.
What a weird choice.
Yeah.
Go
And,
on. Sorry.
and we'll get into it later, but very tragic week.
I think I know where you're going with it, and I don't
remember.
I don't like why it's a tragic week, Brett.
What? I was
I th-
talking about Adele.
Okay,
Oh.
I thought you were talking about The Force Awakens.
Oh no. At
Oh.
the time, I love that movie.
Yeah.
What do you mean at the time? You don't like it now?
I still love it now.
Force
Yeah.
Awakens is a good movie. I'm
Right-
sorry,
Yeah.
the prequels are good movies. I'm sorry to tell you guys. I really like the prequels.
Yeah.
Like-
I like the sequels.
Like, you are my brother, right? I loved you. Like those are iconic lines, man. Like you know what I mean? Like it's
Yeah. Yeah, produced by Rick Simpson, who is a longtime collaborator with the group, and Stargate, which is another like producing group that just works with a lot of top artists. Some sales. So sales figures by 2017 it sold 6 million, and then I think in that initial, I guess just December of 2015 it sold like 1.8 million.
a lot of money.
Spotify streams 2.39 billion. So this is like full force streaming era. So a lot of streams. I think that's the most we've gotten so far.
Oh yeah.
Awards. So US Billboard 200 charted number 2. We all know what happened with number 1. Such a tragedy. So sorry, so sad. But it was the US Billboard number 1 digital album of that week. So a lot of people downloading and streaming it. It did hit one time platinum in the United States. no Grammy nominations, y'all.
Oof.
What?
The
None.
Grammys.
None.
It's fine. It's fine.
Yeah, the Grammys are fake.
Yeah.
I
Grammys
just
are-
think it's, and I think this is, I'm not like a, I'm not a Grammy expert, but this was like starting that era where like, I guess it was what, 2012 when Macklemore won a Grammy over Kendrick Lamar. This was like when like the Grammys just started going into a completely different direction that didn't really align with like critical and cultural
Mhm.
success.
Mhm.
Yeah, because I feel like every other album before that we've talked about has gotten at least one or two in various categories. So that was shocking. And
Mhm.
then the biggest tragedy of all, folks, charted in the UK #2, could have tied the Beatles record of 7 straight #1 albums,
Oh my gosh, that's
That
crazy.
that
I do.
hurts.
but it
That
didn't.
That does hurt.
But it
Yeah.
didn't. And
Mhm.
does anybody know why?
Adele.
Hello.
Yeah.
I know about the list.
It's
Adele hates Coldplay. They're at
Wow.
war.
Adele is just doing Adele.
She's
Okay?
on-
Bro, she drops an album once every 28 years, and she picked that week to release her album. Okay,
Crazy, man.
This is the
tragedy.
second album that's come out and
Maybe.
beat a Coldplay album.
Yeah, last year,
And-
I think in 2014, or was it Milo?
It's
Might have been-
Milo.
It was Milo.
It was-
Yeah,
2011 with Milo and 21
Yeah.
and then 25 and this album, and good thing Warner and Coldplay just extended their
yeah,
their deal,
I saw
so
that,
there are probably 7 more albums. We could get that number back up until Adele drops like 32 and takes it from Coldplay yet again.
Get
yeah.
to keep this podcast going. We'll get to reunite every 2 years, even by the time we're
Yeah.
like in our 50s. It'll be great.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So what did we think of this album, everybody? Billy, I want to start with you. First time listener, long time podcaster. What do you
It's the
think of this
first
album?
Time, first time boy listening to this album. I liked it. I appreciated that it sounded there was more than an ounce of joy as opposed to last week's ghost stories. This was a lot more fun. I listened to the first song and I was like, oh my god, this song's so hot. I love it. I love this direction that the album's going. However, there's always a however. One thing that I thought was like a lot of the songs, they felt like songs that I had heard before, but like I know like, oh, this sounds like a this sounds like an LCD Sound System song, and this song sounds like a song by this other band that I've heard before, and I like couldn't put it all together, but it just sounded like a little like tropey maybe, but I still like the style, and I liked the overall general vibe. Had some good songs, which we'll get into later. But yeah, that's my overall, I'd say.
Awesome. Kate, you went to the concert of this album, so you got
I
to
did.
see
I have to point out we're twinning. We're wearing our concert shirts.
both wearing
from
concert tees.
The Head Full of Dreams tour
Hash-
from 2016.
Mm-hmm. Hashtag Coldplay Columbus. Do you have your
Looking
hashtag?
closer to me? Looking closer
Coldplay
to me.
San Francisco, they said that we were the best audience.
That's what
Oh,
he
nice.
said.
Every-
He said that to me. Chris Martin said that to me
Oh.
directly.
They said
What?
that to me in the YouTube video that I saw.
Yeah, every band ever says that at every show ever.
No.
He actually said
No.
that
No,
personally.
Chris Martin said, I know everyone says that, but like, no, for real, like this is
Chris Martin.
Everyone says that. Everyone says that.
Chris Martin was in Columbus, Ohio on July 28th, 2016. He's like, oh my gosh, this is the best audience I've ever had. Whoa. Sorry, go ahead,
He
Kate.
talked out loud. He talked
Kate,
out loud.
Kate, what did you think of this album, Kate?
So, I went to the tour. Which it didn't feel like a Head Full of Dreams tour. It basically felt like a Coldplay like best of,
Mhm.
because at this point, we're 7 albums in, and they got a lot of hits. They got a lot of backlog, you know. So like obviously they played a lot of songs from this album, but it was basically like a, you know, just a fun Coldplay concert. So going into this week, I was like, "Oh yeah, I know this album." Turns out I do not know this album. Turns out I really only knew like the first 4 tracks, and I had like not even listened to the back half of this album like almost at all. And I liked that we got back to like Milo Xyloto vibes. I'm glad that we got back into like happy, colorful, like we're kind of over crying over our divorce and we're moving on vibes. But given that, I have to agree with Billy that a lot of the songs, like I have in my notes, like they just sound like very cliche. Like some of them just sound like, oh, this is a cliche kind of like breakup pop radio song, and like there's not anything special going on. So I was honestly kind of disappointed, but looking at notes, Chris Martin was very happy with this album. Like he in like some interview he was like, this is the album that I've been like waiting to make, like this is like my favorite thing I've ever done, etc., which he's said sometimes in the past. But you know, it's good that like he keeps enjoying the things that he's making. So like I'm happy for him that he was happy, and that's great. You can feel the happiness and the energy in this album, but it was not my favorite.
Okay. Gino, you're a new player. So what do you think of this newer album?
So I'm not too sure, man. I'm not too sure, to be honest with you, because listening to them in sequence, right? We listened to Milo's Lotto and then Ghost Stories, and now this. Milo's Lotto was so fun, and Ghost Stories was so sad. This sort of went back to Milo's Lotto, but didn't reach that. It sort of was like growing pains from Ghost Stories is what I felt like this was. Because there is still songs in here that are like, I'm hyped, but now you're slowing me down. And you're slowing me down, but not in a way that I like. Because the way the songs are put in order. I noticed that. But when I listen to it, a lot of these songs I have heard already, and I like them. There's definitely some that I had never heard, and for good reason, because I didn't like them. So I enjoyed that they went back to Milo Gelato, but for me personally, they didn't reach how fun Milo Gelato was.
Yeah.
Do the fun things that they did with that album. Although there's one song specifically in here that I don't consider a song either. It's just a track. Yeah, there's 2 of them. But one of them I felt like you heard that in Milo, something like that. I don't want to say the names yet because we'll talk about them, I guess, a little bit more. But there's one that doesn't feel like a song too much, and there's one that brought me back to Milo. But I'm always like I started doing after, I'm looking for them to like connect. You know, I want them to connect into each other, and some of them kind of do, but the ones that connect, I don't want to listen to one of them. You know what I mean? Like I don't like, so it's just like I have to start with the other one. I don't want to listen to this one to go to the like. It's just, I'm like up and it's not a bad album. I don't think it's bad. I don't dislike it, but it didn't reach the high that Milo reached for me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Awesome. Josh, first time listen as well. So this was brand new for you, man. What'd you think?
Adventure of a Lifetime.
Best song
In 2015, you couldn't escape this song. This
Yeah.
song was everywhere. I got my first car. It had Bluetooth, but I listened to the radio all of twice in my car. That song was on there. Got my first retail job. Heard that song every day over the radio. You know, I was in senior year of high school. I'd go to the mall shopping for like grad photo stuff over the radio. I heard this song.
Hot Topic? You went to Hot Topic? Is that right?
Yeah.
Listening
for
to
my
Tame
grad
Impala
photos.
and shit, like,
Yeah, exactly. And that's the big thing I was about to bring up too, Gino, is that even though this was peak like indie, like I drove like indie phase, Josh, like I drove an hour to go see Mac DeMarco. Even on that hour drive, I was listening to Adventure of a Lifetime because this song slaps. And so going into this album, I was like, at least there's Adventure of a Lifetime, which could carry this whole thing on its back. But then listening, it didn't need to, because this album is great. We are over the ghost stories crying, and Chris Martin is on some new shit. He's going out, he's getting it. If y'all know what I mean, and he is writing down some fun songs because of it. Um, and like in earlier Coldplay reviews, I'd be like, oh, the front half of this album is very good, but it lacks in the later half. And with Milo, I was like, the front half of this album very good, lacks in the latter, or the latter half picks up stuff like that. This album I think is consistent all the way throughout. It's kind of the best blend of Milo's Zelato with like X and Y and Head Full of Dreams sort of vibes. It doesn't get too electronic. It has melody. It's a melodic album. It brings back a good some good dance beats, but keeps it kind of natural. You can listen to the instrumentals, percussion. The percussion section is doing all the work here on the album, and it shows. And I like it's a fun danceable album. There's like one dud on here for me, and there's one song where I question what's going on. It kind of rubs me the wrong way, but other than that, it is chef's kiss. It is a great album. I love it.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah.
So for me, when this came out, it and this was 2015. So it's not my favorite, but I think the thing with a band of Coldplay's like caliber is that like even like with Ghost Stories last week, like it was the lowest ranked album, but there's still like just a certain quality to it that doesn't make it like horrendous to listen to, even if you're not a fan of the album. And so listening to this album, I had my fun with it, and there's definitely some bangers. I think where this album succeeds is, and we'll talk about like the tour experience later with me and Kate, of like the songs on this album are so great in like a massive stadium that like if and obviously that's not everybody's experience, but that definitely helped color my experience with the album. And so some of these albums are just like banger, like massive anthems. So I like that. And then I know some of y'all talked about it a little bit, but some of the slower songs, they're not my favorite, but I do like them. And yeah, like so kind of like going back to the quality discussion, like it's not my favorite, and it's very like it feels very like Ant-Man to me, like making an MCU ranking comparison. Like it's like right in the middle of ranking the whole list of their discography for me personally.
Good one.
And so yeah, it's right in the middle probably for me
Good one.
when we get to rankings. But yeah.
It's like you want to love it more because it's Paul Rudd, but it's like you just can't because
Yeah.
it just doesn't hit.
Yeah. So yeah, like so the slower songs, like they don't hit as hard emotionally as some of Coldplay's best, like slow intimate songs. And then the anthem songs are great as well, and they're great live, but some of them aren't like my personal favorites. But yeah, I think that's my general thoughts. And now
There's some
we're
breaking news just really quick.
Oh.
There is exactly one Coldplay shirt for sale at Hot Topic.
just one,
Just one.
like you just search Coldplay.
Yeah. I
It's
What
a
is it?
Ghost Stories.
Hot Topic.
It's a
Ghost
Ghost
Story
Stories
shirt?
shirt.
Is it
for all the
No,
emos
it's
out
not
there.
even a specific album. It's like a colorful rainbow swirl that says Coldplay on it. Like
Okay.
Damn.
So now we're gonna get into the general reception of this album. So the Metacritic is a balmy 60, which on
Deserves higher.
on Metacritic's general like tier ranking, it means it's like mixed reviews. I think Ghost Stories was 62, and that was positive. So it's right on the cusp, I guess, of like generally positive reviews. But it does have a 60 there. User score 6.9, so still a little bit lower. I feel like Ghost Stories user, actually I have it right here. I can't look at it for some reason. Where is it? 7.4. So a little bit higher for the user for Ghost Story, even for Ghost Stories, which was a lower ranked album. But so yeah, let's get into some of the publication reviews. So we got Pitchfork at a 4.8. Gave it a 4.8. Yeah, out of 10.
Oh, out of 10. I keep thinking they're 5, dude.
So,
I'm
the
not
next
surprised,
Some
you
the
know?
does
next
5 and some does 10.
the next two are. The
Next
next two are.
5.
Pitchfork gave it a 4.8. Stuart Berman wrote the review, so a different gentleman than the last time. And he said, "A Head Full of Dreams is Coldplay's chance to reassert the eager to please exuberance that Ghost Stories deliberately downplayed, and prove that Adele isn't the only artist who can mobilize a monoculture in 2015." Direct Adele reference in this review, y'all.
So they don't
Direct.
like Adele either, huh?
The audacity.
I guess. Rolling Stones gave it a 4 out of 5. John Dolan wrote the Rolling Stones review, and he said, Coldplay flex their coalition building strength by bringing together Beyonce's backing vocals and is it Noel Gallagher's heroic guitar on the gingerly optimistic Up and Up. Bay also appears amid chirping birds on the R&B touched Hymn for the Weekend. The LP's healing mood is made personal when Paltrow herself adds some vocals to the warm farewell Everglow, on which Martin compares his ex to a diamond, a line, and an eagle. He's hinted that this could be Coldplay's last album. If so, they're going out on a sustained note of grace. And then, last but not least, NME gave it a 4 out of 5 as well. Barry Nicholson wrote this review as well. And their little blurb said, Coldplay have hinted this could be their last album. If that turns out to be true, then with a little help from ex-wives and U.S. presidents, they're going out on a high. So the couple of the publications we pulled were pretty positive on the review, but just an interesting outlier with the overall Metacritic. So, Billy, going back to you, favorite song. What was a song that really made you feel like you were dreaming, man?
I have a question first.
Yep.
I feel like every album, Chris Martin's always like, "Oh, this is the last one."
Is it not gonna get better than this.
Just like from me just getting hyped for this album and reading all the discussion on different forums and stuff, like it did feel like this, and we'll get into it with Everyday Life, but there's a 4-year gap from this album to Everyday Life, so there was like a long time with like no news, and we'll get to it with Everyday Life, but Everyday Life, they were like, I think they announced it like a month or two before it came out. They were
Yeah, when they did Everyday Life, I was like, you guys are back, dude? What's going on here? You know what I mean? Like, you guys are back for real? Like,
yeah,
you were done.
So they were super low key about it. So there was a while where you really didn't hear anything from them. So
Everyday Life is the one with
And then
Orphans,
it's-
right?
yes, yeah.
Okay, yeah. I heard Orphans, and I was like, what the? It's Coldplay again? Like, what's going on here?
It's
So-
also interesting how like this album was so close to Ghost Stories.
Yeah,
It was only a year.
yeah. So and
That's-
they've talked about like them liking that general vibe of doing not a double album, but like releasing 2 albums in close proximity with different vibes. Like Ghost Stories is very like sad and intimate, whereas this one's a little more bombastic and uplifting. And I think that's the case with and we'll get into it, next week and the week after that, but with Everyday Life and Music of the Spheres, which I think was probably supposed to come out
Yeah, baby.
in 2020, but because of COVID got delayed because they were going to do another like dual release.
Is that their last album, Music of the Spheres?
No, they
No,
just
signed
signed
to Warner.
they just signed an extended deal with Warner Music
Yeah,
Group.
we did talk about it.
Which-
I was paying attention. I just forgot about it.
Which-
Forgot about it.
Doesn't necessarily have to mean new albums. It could just be like,
Yeah. Deals.
remix
Publishing.
it, different compilations of music that's happened before. But
It's
Concerts.
10 new albums,
yeah,
5 new EPs or EPs.
They got to get the 7 in a row.
I know. Thanks,
Yeah.
Adele.
That's
Thanks for
what they gotta
nothing.
do.
Another rock opera too in that contract.
Ooh,
Just like Milo.
yeah.
I love a lot of too.
Yeah.
I love a lot too.
Where is it? Where is it?
Where is
Chris.
it? So yeah, Billy, what was
Alright.
the favorite standout song for you from this album, bro?
So
Billy!
So I have to give it to precisely 2
Okay.
songs. I'm giving it to Head Full of Dreams
Yeah.
and Adventure of a Lifetime.
Ooh.
They both have like kind of the same vibe, but
Mhm.
I think Head Full of Dreams is just like it's a fantastic album opener. It has like
Yes.
the nice little lead in, and then it's just a great fun song. And then Adventure of a Lifetime, Josh already talked about it, but like loving that it had like a little bit more of a unique melody, and with that cool guitar riff, and then he also mentioned the percussion, which in all of my notes that I was taking while I was listening, I was like, love the melody, love the percussion. So those are
Oh, yeah.
definitely 2 things that are strong throughout, that kind of unite everything. But yeah,
Mhm.
Full of Dreams, Adventure of Lifetime, precisely tied.
Okay. Those are 2 good picks, and yeah, they for their concert tour for this album, they open with that song, and it's like Kate knows the music
It's just
roars
like an
up.
explosion.
I think
of
Dude, oh my gosh.
I think-
How are you guys
it's
still
so
here?
fun.
Are you guys on her stuff?
So
Like, it's crazy.
yeah, because the build up is great, and then Chris like runs and jumps out onto the
he
stage, and
jumps, and then it's like the color confetti.
Yeah.
Oh my god,
gosh,
it's so
oh
good.
my gosh.
yeah.
So good, and it's like a fucking like light show. It's so
Yeah.
great.
Oh gosh, yeah. The
Yeah.
whole technical aspect was incredible.
Oh yeah, it was amazing.
And Brett, can I see a recreation of your face when that was happening?
Yes.
Perfect.
Yes.
Perfect.
Yeah,
That's
crazy.
Kate,
Yeah.
what was the song that filled your head with dreams? Favorite song?
I got the top 3, but my favorite, I think, is Everglow.
Mm.
But
Ooh.
more specifically, like the live version and like the video version that he does where it's just him on the piano. I don't like the overproduction on the album. I think it's like very heavily overproduced. But I love that song.
Yeah,
Do
because
you want to say something?
I was literally
I feel like
listening.
you want to say something.
I was literally listening to the album today, and like all the EPs and singles and the live and the Spotify live thing, and yeah, the
Mhm.
Everglow single. I think it's called Everglow single version or something
Yeah.
/ like live or whatever. Like it was
Mhm.
way better than the album cut. I was like, oh my gosh, this is way
Yeah.
better. So when you
I
said that
know,
too, I was
like,
like, damn, like okay, we're
it's
in sync
honestly
there.
like kind of disappointing what they did just on the album, to
Yeah.
be honest. But it's still a beautiful song. Like it has my favorite lyrics in it and all that.
Mhm.
And then second is A Head Full of Dreams for all the reasons we've already talked about, like let alone just nostalgia from the tour, and it's really fun, optimistic, great song. And then my third favorite surprised me, but it's actually Birds, track 2.
Ooh.
Like I don't really remember listening to that song a lot, but it was a jam. I was like getting really into it. It has really great percussion, it has interesting lyrics, it has a really interesting melody. We got Chris Martin back in kind of like his lower register for a bit. I don't know. I just really vibed with it. So those are my top 3.
Birds, and yeah, I don't want to get like, but how I described this album was like I love it too. Like I love the energy, I love the what he does with voice, but it's like, oh man, it's like it's like the same energy as Hurts Like Heaven, but it's not almost there
Yeah,
for me.
it is.
But
Also, that song helped me come up with a new drinking game for listening to Coldplay, which is take a sip every time Chris Martin mentions Birds,
yeah,
and you
I-
will be drunk after like
Birds.
3 songs.
he talks about birds all the time. That's actually a meme in the Coldplay Reddit, which is pretty funny. Like people,
Really?
yeah,
Okay,
people
cool. Yeah.
meme about that a lot, which is
Be the sound.
I didn't truly realize it until this album just how much
Yeah.
he references birds.
Yeah.
I also have bird
like
sounds
all of their in all their
Yeah.
albums, like
Yeah.
not just this one, in all of them.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah.
Okay, Gino, dude, what
Josh.
song you were listening to it and you're like, kind of like what you're saying, you're like, you died. That was it for you in
died.
life. Yeah.
One of my favorite songs of Coldplay ever actually is Adventure of a Lifetime. And
Yes.
Josh freaking said it, dude. I play the album from number one to listen to all of it. I am looking forward to Adventure of a Lifetime, dude. I am waiting to get to that song. Roll the windows down. I had them up. I had the AC on, but let me turn the AC off. Roll the windows down now. Let's freaking go, dude. Let's freaking drive 10 over the speed limit now. Let's have
20
some
over,
fun,
dude.
dude. Let's freaking have some
Wow.
fun, dude. Adventure of a Lifetime, dude. Just everything about it, man. The music video too, like where they're freaking they're monkeys in this one, and they're having a good time themselves, man. They're like, we're having so much fun, dude. I love this song so much. But I have a top three actually.
Okay.
In this order would be Adventure of a Lifetime, Him for the Weekend, and A Head Full of Dreams. Those are to me the greatest callbacks to Milo, which is my favorite album.
Okay.
Like those are the greatest callbacks to that. But Adventure of a Lifetime, man, is just one of those. It's just this is like a prime Coldplay song of them. Just this is them having fun. You know, they want to show you that they're having fun, and they do it with the video. They do it with the lyrics, with the freaking music. Everything about it is just fun. That's what it is. And they have a song called Fun. But this one's funner than that one. I'm sorry to tell you. This one should. If this one was called Fun, featuring Tove Lo, and Tove Lo's not on it, I still would have understood. Be like, yeah, I get it. Like, it's great. Adventure of a Lifetime, 100%.
Wow. Okay. Josh, I think you are highest and most on this album than all of us combined. So, what was the song that elevated it to that status, man?
I'm gonna do a Coldplay replay first and give you a top 5 because oh my god, there's a lot.
Almost half the
First of
album.
all,
Oh
yeah,
boy.
yeah, dude. First of all, Adventure of a Lifetime, pure serotonin. Oh my god, that song is amazing.
Makes you happy.
Exactly. I bought 3 Coldplay songs. I was buying music all the way up till 2019. First one Yellow, then Viva La Vida, and Adventure of a Lifetime. That closed out like this track was so good. I was like $1.29, $1.49, whatever you want from me. Like Steve Jobs, like just put it on my iPhone right now.
You know what?
Um,
You know what, Josh? I'm gonna buy
what?
it right now.
Hell yeah, you are. Hell yeah.
I'm opening the iTunes store and I'm gonna buy Adventure of a Lifetime, 100%. Just to have it,
Gordon has
just
to
to have
know.
it.
Mm-hmm.
Oh
Mr.
yeah,
Apple has to
have it.
know. Tim Apple has to know.
Yeah.
Look,
exactly.
Look,
Not off the shelf.
look, Mr. Apple. Do you guys see that? See right
Boom.
there?
See it. Bam. All right, give us your credit card info.
What does that say?
It's gonna do Face ID. It's gonna do Face ID. So you gotta.
Oh my god.
Boom.
Oh shit. Okay.
Oh.
Password.
We're getting there.
That's there.
Wow.
Purchased.
Boom.
Adventure of a
Wow.
Lifetime.
Beautiful. Yeah. Oh my
100%.
God. What a fantastic song. Close second, Head Full
Oh,
of
damn
Dreams.
it. That's the wrong one. I'm just kidding.
Uh-oh.
Just kidding.
Damn.
Gotcha, dude.
Second one, A Head Full of Dreams, as Billy was saying, like the way it starts off, where you hear it kind of in the distance, and then boom, boom, it all comes in. Arguably one of the best title tracks. We didn't mention it on our last review, but Ghost Stories also didn't have a title track, so that's kind of why the album sucks. And then third, Birds. Just takes the hype, keeps it on going. Still has that momentum. I love the instrumentation on Birds. Fourth, I'm gonna have to go with Army of One. I like the juxtaposition between the first half and the later half of.
Two different songs.
Hold up.
Yeah.
Hold up.
Smart.
Josh
spot.
Josh just picked a song with a hidden track in it as one of his
Yeah.
favorite
Yeah.
songs.
Yeah, what is
Yeah,
happening?
And it's
the
long,
hidden
too.
track was fucking good, dude. The hidden track was
God.
good.
The world is ending.
Yeah.
Yeah,
What
and
is
it's like it's definitely the most like electronic of all the songs here, but they use it in like 2 completely different ways. Where like the first half is like a little bit more upbeat, and then the second half, like Chris Martin's talking about looking at doom, and yeah, it's a great track. I didn't know that was a hidden track, but you can definitely tell that halfway through something definitely changes. So I should have known. So I'm gonna count it as one track. Number 5, Him for the Weekend. Just another great anthem song. Oh my God, it's just it's a dance song. It's for the radio, and it's just so fun to listen to.
Mhm.
It is also pure serotonin, just not to the same level as Adventure of a
Yeah.
Lifetime.
This is the
So
one
yeah,
with
top
Queen
5.
Beyonce, right? Him for the Weekend, Queen Beyonce.
Yes, yes, hell yeah. In which she came to the 2016 Super Bowl halftime show, and I'm sure they probably performed it.
Yeah,
I don't know, I haven't actually watched it.
you weren't there.
When are we gonna have a watch
Yeah.
party for that?
Yeah, we should.
That needs to happen.
I can't
Everyone-
I can't
Can we do
relive
a
that day.
special? Can we do a special after pod episode where we watch?
I was
something
gonna
after
say
the pod?
everyone watching this, we'll set a hard date. We'll say a week from when this posts. Get in the Waypoint Discord, and watch this with us, please.
I'm
Well,
not even kidding
do
you. I
watch
feel
it.
like the NFL will nuke our channel if we air it. If we do
We're
like
not gonna air it, dude. We're just gonna
No, we're not
just
gonna
watch in
air the
the
visuals.
yeah.
We're just gonna,
We
Yeah, this
really
is an
can't air a video like that on
or
YouTube?
or you're saying we're doing like a rank and review of that set list.
No, we're just having. a
Oh,
watch
just
party.
watching.
It's
Oh,
just
okay.
Yeah,
Have a watch
purely just
party.
watching.
I
fans,
still can't
our
relive that
fans,
day.
Coldplay fans.
It's unrecorded. You're not a
it's gonna be
content
amazing.
creator all the time, Brett. Relax, man.
Yeah,
Yeah, this is for fun.
Yeah, that's for fun.
This is for
Exactly.
fun featuring.
You ever play a
Coldplay.
video game off stream for fun, dude? Come
Uh,
on, bro.
Faker, dude. He's a
Exactly.
faker, man. This guy doesn't like Metroid. He doesn't like Metroid. That's crazy, dude.
oh man.
How about you, Brett? Favorite track though, man.
Oh man.
Which track made you have an amazing day?
Which track was like, man, Metroid Dread's so good, but I gotta put this down and I gotta listen to this track.
There you go.
There you go.
I this is tough because I think like Josh, and I'm like this with every album, but most of the songs I do like thoroughly enjoy, if not all of them. So, but I'm gonna have to go with A Head Full of Dreams. I think it's a great way to start off the album, and yeah, it's just that concert experience kind of, affecting how I think of that song because, I don't know about you, Kate, but like like whenever you're at like a live concert, you like. It's like, oh, concert's at 7:30, but the main act doesn't go on until like 2 hours later or whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Mhm.
yeah.
So there's that moment where you're like, when are they actually going to start playing? And then they're building up, and you're like, when are they like
Oh, when it like starts to get dark.
Yeah, you're looking
and
for
then it's,
them
like,
on the
something goes
stage or
the
something.
screen. Or like you hear someone towards the front like scream, and
Yeah.
you're like, oh my god, did they see them on stage? What's happening?
Yeah, so that kind of
You still have your colored bracelet? Because I still have mine. Not on you. I just mean, like,
oh, you mean the
I should have worn it.
the
Oh my
the
God.
Xylo band? You mean the Xylo
Yeah.
band?
Oh, I didn't know it had a proper name. But
No, I that was one of my biggest regrets was I was walking out of the theater with my friend Brad, and I was like, oh, I kind of want to like, quote unquote steal it, and I was just nervous about it, and the
Oh.
the old
You don't
security guard lady was like, I need your wristband. I was like, take it, don't hurt me. I panicked.
Sneak out with it or not? I don't think they cared at my venue.
Yeah, at least at mine they had signs,
I don't
like
know.
they had like signs and stuff to like recycle them or whatever. So
I mean, some people definitely gave them back, because some people didn't care.
I probably could have just put it in my pocket, but it was I was in another dimension from the
It's so
concert,
nice.
and then I panicked when I got confronted. So
Yeah.
Damn.
one of my
Kate
biggest
went to the-
regrets.
Kate went to the last show, right? So they didn't care, but like everyone in Columbus, they're like, give us your wristband so we can take it on down the road.
The better
Oh my
show,
God.
yeah.
What if my wristband is Brett's recycled wristband?
Whoa.
Could be,
Oh.
yeah.
when
because,
when was your concert, Kate?
I don't know. I don't. Can you?
I think Brett, you said you scratched the Brett into it, right?
Last date.
Oh, San Francisco. So
I
you were
don't think
at the end,
Yeah.
November.
Mhm.
No, it's like September.
Oh, it was at the bottom. Okay, but yeah, mine was in July, so mine was like a month in, so it wasn't like one of the first like shows, but it was like more or like towards like at the middle, I guess. But yeah, I love Head Full of Dreams. That's probably my favorite song there. I love X Marks the Spot, which is the hidden track in Army of One, because Chris Martin's kind of dropping
Wait,
some
was he?
bars, bro. He's kind of
Dude, right?
he's kind of spitting some games, and X Marks the Spot, bro. So I always love when they try different things with their music. So
Yeah.
It was
They did try
September
different
3rd.
things.
September 3rd. See, I love X Marks the Spot when he's spitting bars. I love Amazing Day. That's like my favorite slow song in this album. Especially the end.
Man.
Especially the end. It's you really feel like that euphoria that he's like describing in this song. I like Everglow too, the single version. What were you gonna say, Josh?
Yeah.
Oh, I was just gonna say, going back to Amazing Day, though, like you hit it like right on the head about that, like the way it closes out, and just feeling that euphoria. Like I was literally, like because I did take percussion in high school, I was literally doing the ride cymbal as I was listening to it earlier. I was din 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 along with it, because it's just, dude, it's so good, man.
Yeah.
It's great.
It's incredible. And then
Chris Martin described Amazing Day as a love letter to life.
I mean, I feel it when I'm listening to
Yeah.
that song.
Do you feel that? Do
Oh,
you feel it?
110%.
Yeah.
And then Up and Up.
Absolutely.
Up and Up is so uplifting. I think it's a great closer.
Up and Up is great.
And we'll get into that later. But they close the
Are we doing hard stops yet?
Not yet. Hold on.
No.
But walking out of the concert,
Bursting at the seams.
my friend Brad was like, "Hey, like whenever I go to concerts, like I like to leave like in the middle of the last song to beat traffic." And I was like,
Oh no.
You can't do that.
"Bro, I
No.
got pressured into that too. I
Brad,
lost his
early?
I lost.
Are you still friends with Brad?
Cannot be.
We haven't talked in a while.
Good.
Yeah, and that's why. That was the end of the
Good.
friendship.
Yeah.
You don't need him. Okay, next Coldplay tour, Brett, you and I are going together.
No,
for the
that's
last
what
ones in
I
the
was
stadium.
literally. I
Already
was.
said he's
The
taking me.
last
Brett's already
one's
said he's
there.
taking
I
me.
was-
He said it like 5 months ago.
Hold-
I'm writing myself
Hold-
going.
hold-
Don't
hold-
let your ticket
Hold up.
going.
Hold up. As we've been doing that, and I know since this next album is not going to be like an intimate one, it's like kind of the bombastic whatever. They're going to really like tour everywhere. I'm like,
Let's do it. Let's do it.
I'm going with all of y'all, and I'm going wherever BTS shows up to get the full experience. I don't care how much it
I'm
costs.
gonna be honest with you though, Brett.
I will
I'm gonna
fly
be honest with
anywhere.
Yeah.
you. Because you said it before we started recording. You think BTS is gonna show? I don't think so, dude. I think BTS
You
is
don't-
there. Like
I
I
think
would love
Coldplay
that.
showing up at a
Don't tell me.
BTS show.
Don't tell me. Like, of course, I would absolutely kill myself if BTS showed up. I
Not-
would die immediately.
You
right
don't
there.
you don't think one showing in LA or New York or something?
Would they do
one
it
of
as a
Yeah,
surprise?
the geography would have to match up.
Yeah.
I think
don't
the thing
yeah.
is, like, they would announce that like as the BTS Coldplay show or something like that. I feel like that's
no,
something
they could
wanna
not
do.
announce that. It would be insane. That has to be a surprise thing.
I-
Otherwise,
No, but
people
it's
will literally die in like a stampede of trying to like get to pit. There's no way.
no. That's what I'm saying. It's
There
because
is no
BTS is not that sort of. They're like not to like say like speak more highly of them, but they are that sort of like where they have these things like very because they're like their fans are extremely wild,
They're in their
like
prime. right
extremely
now,
crazy.
Mhm.
Yeah.
You know.
Yes.
So it's like I don't know. It's I
Whoa,
don't-
are you saying
I don't think
are you saying Coldplay isn't in their prime, Kate?
I mean, they're not 40.
Yeah, they're like 45 or something.
yeah. But I think like
Okay.
BTS showing up like as a surprise is I wouldn't believe it. Like that would be so crazy for them to do that as a surprise.
Okay.
I could
But
We'll
show it up
we'll
as,
wait.
like another Super Bowl.
we'll see.
situation,
We'll see.
We'll see.
but-
But
Yes,
either way, we
that
gotta like all fly to somewhere and go
Yeah,
to
we
the
are.
same show.
100%. 100%.
Getting good seats too, Gino. We're not getting.
We're
not getting the
best
Raptor
show
seats, you
ever.
know.
I've heard the
100%,
best
yeah.
show is in Columbus, Ohio. So like we're probably
Yeah, we're going to Columbus 2022. Let's go. But
my
yeah,
dream destination.
Uh,
I've always wanted it's been on the bucket list for years.
Rumble Pack is seething right now. If he's watched this far.
I love you guys. I'm sorry.
But walking like in the concourse of Nationwide Arena in Columbus, like as Up and Up is like just permeating through all
Oh,
the
yeah.
soundscapes.
Right.
It was cool. I'm sure like
My
being
heart is breaking.
I'm sure like actually sitting in the seat would have been cooler, but it was like unique. It was this unique like experience, so that I kind of do appreciate. So I did
Yeah,
like
that's
that.
good.
Right.
And then let's see here. Yeah, okay. So after that is Hot Stop. So and we'll go out of order here. So Kate, what was the song that made you wake up from this wonderful dream you were having?
I know it. I think I know it, to be honest with you.
Sorry, but I have more than one, and I'm just gonna
Hot Stops.
multiple stops, multiple
Mm.
stops on this
Mm.
train. Up and Up feels like Coldplay's version of We Are the World. It is just like
Okay.
this, like and I don't really mean that as a compliment, and like no offense to We Are the World because they did, great things,
World peace. That was I brought
It
world
was
peace.
for, I think it wasn't it for the AIDS concert? I don't know.
Yeah,
I wasn't
yeah.
alive yet, but it's just like it's just one of those things where like I'm just not a power ballad kind of girl. I'm just not you know, I feel like Coldplay has had a lot of good songs in the past of trying to like bring everyone together that I've jived with, and this was just not one of them. I just found it very cheesy. I don't like it. It is like an instant skip for me. I don't feel it, and maybe I'm just a hater. I don't know. But I'm sorry. I'm not a fan. Another thing I'm not a fan of is Kaleidoscope and Color Spectrum. Like it's
Mm.
one thing to have like a poem smack dab in the middle of your album, but to basically do it twice and have it be like the exact same phrase from the same poem just a few tracks later, I just don't get it. I just show that emotion through your songs
Mm.
instead of making me listen to it again. Like I just like love that Obama made an appearance. Like wasn't expecting that in a Coldplay album. Like that's sick.
This was prime Obama too. This is prime Obama.
We have Obama singing Amazing Grace at a very sad memorial, but like that's a whole other thing. I mean it's not a whole other thing. It is what it is. But I'm starting to feel like a really mean person, like dissing on all this now because
No.
obviously, like because all of these things, like in a separate occasion, are like very meaningful and great, and I love that Chris Martin and the band, like is bringing like some of these things to light. I guess I just don't enjoy listening to an album and then having tracks that aren't music.
Okay.
Like that's kind of like a pet peeve of mine with
Yeah.
like music in general. Like I don't enjoy like speaking parts like in songs that aren't like part of like I don't know. It just doesn't really make sense to me. Like it makes it feel like it's more of like I'm at a museum at some like exhibit that's like some special I don't know another word for exhibit. That's what it feels like. It doesn't
Yeah.
feel like a pop rock album, which is like what this is supposed to be. Like it just doesn't make sense to me.
Yeah. Okay. I do gotta agree with you, and I think Gina, you kind of hinted at that too. Of like the instrumentals aren't
Yeah.
like they've been pretty
Oh,
strong
I
in
have
previous albums, but like these probably aren't like the best instrumentals that
Mhm.
they've ever done.
I mean, they're interesting. Like the instrumentation of those songs are like interesting. Which one is
Yeah.
it? It's Color Spectrum
Yeah.
Mhm.
or
Color
Color?
Spectrum.
Yes, Color Spectrum, where it uses like bits of Him for the Weekend and Adventure of a Lifetime, like in the beginning, and it's
But-
kind of mixed, and like so that's cool.
Mhm.
Again, I just don't really see like the point of it, and it's like a minute long, and it's just like why? And it doesn't well, I guess it kind of goes into Up and Up, but like barely, like not enough for it to be
Right,
super
yeah.
Not really.
meaningful.
Yeah.
Like you can start Up and Up and it doesn't sound like some abrupt like, oh, there was something before this song. Like you can start Up and Up and it's just the song. Like it's not a big deal.
Hmm.
Also, the music video for Adventure of a Lifetime like straight up ruined the song for me. I cannot stand that music video. I think it
What?
is so creepy.
Oh,
I'm glad that they're having fun. I just cannot
Can I-
deal.
can I say-
I
cannot
need to stop you there,
deal.
Dick.
No, no,
we're
no.
stopping you. Yeah.
no. I'm just want to provide some context. Okay, so this was 2015.
my
Do you know?
Mhm.
Do you know what movies were crazy popular back in 2015, and they're coming out like
Planet of
every
the
year.
Apes, Rise of the
Yeah,
Bad
gorilla
CGI
music.
movies.
The gorillas.
Yeah, there was like
Gorillas.
there's like a Andy Serkis Planet of the Apes movie like every year back.
I watched the video of them like in the suits, and they filmed in
Yeah.
the same studio where they filmed freaking Avatar. So it's like they went all out on this music video.
Yeah.
For me, it didn't pay off. Wasn't worth it. I'm glad you guys love it. I think
great.
I don't like it either. I think it is kind of weird, but
Okay,
I think
thank
it's
you, Brett.
fantastic.
Thank you.
but I
Thank you.
do. I'm like kind of like what I said with which song, but like that they're just trying different stuff. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like I mean, you know,
Right.
do your thing,
We'll
do your
get to it
thing.
when we cover the music
And
videos.
it's just
Yeah.
so I
Yeah,
mean, you're
we'll just
talking about
get
like
to
you're
the hard
talking about
stuff.
like, oh, don't let Rihanna in my cold.
I
in
didn't
my
say
Coldplay
that.
app.
I
Beyonce was
didn't
fine.
say that.
You know what really bothers me? You know what really bothers me is in that music video they got one of the CGI monkeys holding up like a Beats pill thing, like, "Ooh, let's get this promo in here." Like, what are you doing? You freaking
commercial,
sellouts!
yeah.
You don't need this.
Beats was
Outta here.
again back in 2015. Everyone was rocking the
Outta
Beats.
here.
Yeah.
Everyone was rocking
I
the
don't
Beats.
care. Coldplay went south on that one. Like, I'm ashamed.
Okay.
I'm
Wow.
disappointed. I'm just
I have
disappointed.
I
that's
have
all.
I
I'm not
have
mad. I'm just disappointed.
I have opposing thoughts that I will talk about when we talk about.
Yeah, same,
Okay.
Gino. I'm in the exact same boat when we get to the music videos.
Okay.
Hard stops, keep them going.
Okay. Billy, so this is your first time, and yeah, which song was like, what the
What the what the
what the?
I'm at a red, but with anger.
Yeah, so color spectrum, I was like, oh, this is a short song. It's like it's gonna go into like the next song, and it just doesn't.
Yeah.
It's just there. I'm like, oh, okay. So I'd agree with Kate that both of the shorter songs, but if I want to go for like one of the 4-minute ones,
Mhm.
I know you guys like that special version, but like Everglow was just kind of like
Thank you.
it's just like oh
Amen.
like sappy and
Yeah.
moany and not what I was looking for in
Mhm,
particular.
mhm,
But
mhm.
I haven't listened to that
Mhm.
special version. I haven't had the concert experience, which
Yeah,
I'm sure is
that's
very
true.
special. So
It's true. It's true.
Okay.
Thanks for
Gino,
not being hurtful, Billy.
what was your hot
Um,
stop, man?
So it was also Everglow. Everglow. I was listening to it now. Usually when we start the episodes, I go through every song while you guys are like mentioning them and stuff. And as I listen to them, like not in the car, but I listen to them in like in my headphones and stuff, I feel higher on them. Somehow. But Everglow just doesn't do it for me. It's that song that, and I'm listening to it now. It doesn't really. I thought it felt like it connected into Adventure of a Lifetime somehow, the way it ended and it went into Adventure, but it doesn't. I don't know why I thought that. I guess it's just when I wanted it to end as Adventure of a Lifetime started. So that's like it's one of those where it's like that's one that I would skip. There is songs that I am lower on, like I can't, because the thing is, Kaleidoscope and Color Spectrum, I don't consider them songs.
Right.
That's why if I had to choose a hot
Exactly.
stop, I would choose Everglow because it's the one that I like the least out of all of them.
Yeah.
Kaleidoscope feels like they're trying like this isn't something we've heard them do before, where they just have speaking in the song with the rhythm or whatever. And Color Spectrum, usually they have used songs like that as an intermission to go into the next song, but this one didn't do it. So I was like, these are just songs I feel like they just threw in randomly to try something new. So I don't rate them at all. Like I don't think of them as a song. So Everglow is I don't like it. I don't know. I like it's just that a lot of these songs here like I said, Have Full of Dreams and For the Weekend, Adventure of a Lifetime gave me that Milo Gelato feel.
Mhm.
And there's other songs that gave me the combination of like, their the evolution of them into this. Everglow felt like a setback somewhat. It just felt like a song that I hear on like a commercial for like a pharmacy or something like that. It just felt so basic to me. Like just
Wow.
like hearing the piano just is so weird, you know?
Mhm.
Yes,
Can
Kate.
I-
Yeah.
Did you listen to the song called "Fun" featuring Tove Lo?
Yes.
Right.
Because
I
that
enjoy
sounds like
fun.
some high school musical bullshit. Okay, that song is so boring and so cliche, and it is so much worse than Everglow.
I
That's all I'm gonna say. I'm sorry.
Yeah, that's the thing. I don't like. It's not that
Also,
It's not
Mom,
that
I'm
other
sorry for
song.
cursing.
It's okay. It's not that other songs don't do that. You know what I mean? Like they don't feel that. Like when you said there's some songs here that feel like.
Does anyone
What
here
did you
like the
mention
song
earlier?
"Fun" featuring Tove Lo? Like, would you listen to that song again?
I like it. Yeah,
Besides Brett.
it's
Oh,
one of the
okay.
songs that I
It's
liked. Yeah,
fine. I think
it wasn't
fun.
my
I
top
think
three,
fun
but
is
it's one of.
fine.
Yeah,
I
It's
think
thought
it's not fun, but I think that's like, isn't that the point? It's like ironic, kind of.
yeah, it's
Well,
a
yeah, no,
Yeah.
it's not. Yeah, no, it's saying
Yeah,
like we
it's
had
not.
fun, but we're broken up, and
Mhm.
this is a cliche song. Yeah.
Yeah, but Everglow definitely mod stop. Sorry.
okay. Wow.
But Kate, I will actually agree. So I mentioned in the beginning that like I felt like this is a song that I've like heard or something. I've heard something very similar, and I'm like, yeah,
Yeah,
this
you've
is
heard like
like
100 songs that sound like that.
yeah. I would agree with that.
I gotta say, Gino saying it sounds like a pharmacy ad song. That's probably the harshest criticism we've gotten this entire run. I was
Get
like,
him a
oh,
job at Pitchfork.
It
um,
just sounds like it's like, do you need your medicine? And it's like that song comes in to like to make you feel better, you know, like it
Listen
just
to
feels
it
that.
live, Gino. We
I
gotta
I,
feel
see.
like yeah, there's obviously some songs that like are
Yeah.
done
I,
better live.
I,
Yeah.
but to kind of agree with you, like the slower songs in this album aren't even like the best like slow songs. So like I
Oh
do
yeah.
I do agree that Everglow, even like the single version, live version's way better, but it's still like
Mm-hmm.
not one of my top like old player piano kind of stuff. So yeah, I kind of agree with you there, Josh.
Mm-hmm.
Again, you were the highest on the album, man. But what did you have a
Yeah.
hot stop?
So I said, as much as I love this album, I have one that's an absolute dud and one that's very questionable and rubs me the wrong way. The absolute dud, Everglow.
Wow.
It's so slow. The only like it doesn't feel like a song from this album. The only thing that makes it feel like a song from this album is the kick drum in there. So it keeps like some element of the percussion, but the piano's so just like slow and boring. And there's nothing wrong with a slow song, but when it's like the rest of the album is so upbeat and happy and fun and danceable, and this one comes in, it is again another case of bitch don't kill my vibe. And Everglow
Songs that
killed
are
my
poems.
vibe.
What are you
And
talking about?
songs that are danceable? Like this
Do
is
you
a
dance to those poems?
yeah, I danced fucking Heim for the weekend and Adventure of a
Time for
Lifetime.
the weekend.
Did
Heim
you
for the
dance?
Time
weekend,
for the
yeah,
weekend.
yeah.
Did
But
you
like
dance to Kaleidoscope?
Those
Not
are.
a
I agree
song.
with
Not a
Gino.
song.
Those are transitions between songs.
Mhm.
One, but two. I'm also like I'm a huge fan of Brian Altano's music. He samples a lot of like speaking rules from like classic films and puts them into his music, and so like speaking like lines of dialogue over instrumentals is like I kind of vibe with it. And these
Yeah, I
aren't
kinda like that.
long transition pieces. These are short. These are a minute long. Everglow is how long is Everglow? Almost 5 minutes, like of just slow, like. In that 5 minutes, I'm looking there. I'm like, we just finished the last song, which is a bop, and we're about to get into Adventure of a Lifetime. It made it feel even slower. It was rough. This is the opposite of my like. This is the exact same problem I had last week with Sky Full of Stars, where it's a jarring song to put on a like because that's an EDM song on a heartbreak album that where the rest of the songs are so slow. This is a like slow sad song on a very happy like positive upbeat album. So that's my hard stop. The questionable song, fun with Tough Low. I've been saving a lot of thoughts. This song, as we just said, very generic, very boring. I question why Tuvlo is the feature for this song, like for this album, because when we look back at other albums, we have Jay Z, we have Rihanna. Why is Tuvlo the next pick? Because a year before this album, she put out that song, um, fuck, how does that song go?
Gotta stay
If
high
you,
all the time.
yeah, gotta stay high, and it's like, okay,
Oh,
so she
yeah.
put
But they
out,
talk about getting high on this album, so like she fits right in.
yeah, so she put out like one banger. She's a one-hit wonder, and then like Chris Martin tosses her on this album.
She's bigger in the UK than
And
God,
so,
that
North
Beyonce.
America.
So
They don't even say featuring Beyonce for some reason. I don't know.
yeah, that is true. But also she doesn't have her own verse. She only is there to like
She
supplement
harmonizes.
Chris Martin. Um, and yeah, like if it was kind of like Princess of China, where she was able to breathe more and was like not only featured on the chorus but also got her own verse, I felt like that there was potential there. There
You
was
want
potential
her-
with fun, but
Yeah,
they
you
didn't
want her
hit it.
going on the stage at the Super Bowl.
Exactly.
Yeah, exactly. Okay.
Exactly.
um,
Chris Martin has a verse, she has a verse. They come together in the chorus. It's beautiful, just like Princess of China. But that didn't happen, and so yeah, that rubbed me the wrong way. So those are my two heart stops or hot stops.
yeah, because how do you pronounce her name? Like Tova Lu?
Tove
Tove
Lo.
Tove
No,
Lo.
it's like no,
To love.
it's like Tova Lu or something. Because
Is it
she's
really?
yeah, because she's from Sweden.
That was Tove Lo. It's Tove Lo.
Tove Lo.
But yeah, she was like
It's a Vinci, not a Vici.
she was like really popular back. I don't know how she's doing now, but she was like really popular.
She's dead. She passed away.
Oh, no.
No,
Just like
she's
a Vinci.
not. That is so rude.
You know.
I'm sorry. I'm just
To
kidding.
say.
By rattlesnakes.
Just kidding. Knock on wood. Let's see how she's doing. I'll look her up.
Okay,
I
so
She's alive and well. Okay.
so for my hot stop, I don't even know if I have one.
Oh, Brett, come on.
Army of One for you.
No.
I don't like Army of One.
Everglow, come on, dude.
No, I like Everglow.
Did you see his face light up when I told him Everglow is one of my favorite songs? He was like a kid at Christmas.
No, the live version, the single.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, like Kaleidoscope and Color Spectrum, like kind of like what Gina said, like I don't even consider them when I'm looking at my hot stop because like they're transition songs, but
They're on the album, so you gotta consider them.
okay.
They're
I don't
transitions and
understand
you
this.
know it, Brett.
Yeah.
A transition is way less than a minute.
I'm gonna go with Army of One, but the Army of One part. X marks the spot. Dropping those bars I love. So it's like this
I said
weird
it.
like
I said it, right?
Yeah.
yeah.
I said it.
I
Yeah.
wish they were separate
Wow.
songs.
I know, yeah. But they love those hidden tracks, Kate. They love doing the hidden tracks.
I know.
For
but,
Josh
like,
specifically.
why couldn't have Kaleidoscope been a hidden track? Why does it have to be its own thing?
Because then Josh would hate it because it's a transition song. It would just pad
Exactly.
time on an existing
Yeah.
song.
Mhm.
So we're switching to the next category, the opener. We've kind of already talked about it a lot, but man, what a fantastic start to this album and
Yes, yes.
concert. So upbeat. If anybody else has anything to add, jump in. Josh, got anything to add?
Just fantastic opener. The way it kind of ramps up the dial. You can literally visualize it as you're hearing it, and then it comes in. Great opener, great title track. Again, got the two right there.
Okay.
Gino,
I think this is the best opener and title track.
I'd agree.
that
Wow.
they have had, and one of the best closers, to be honest with you. I'm sorry. I think Up and Up is great.
Okay.
Yeah.
Kate, anything else to add with the opener, Adventure of a Lifetime, or Head Full of Dreams?
Got a quote from Chris Martin saying that it's his favorite Coldplay song ever. It's what I always dreamed of
Oh.
singing. He
Cool.
also describes this album and the opening song as a hippie album, and that all of his records were a journey to get to this one.
Wow.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Go
You don't
on
get
it.
this album without Ghost Stories for sure. So
Mm.
we did have to suffer through Ghost Stories, but God, it made up for it with this album.
Man, he needed it.
Yeah, yeah. And look at us now. Arguably their best album.
Upper right.
Full of Dreams does feel like it's transporting you into this album. Like it's like this is gonna be an experience right here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Billy, so this is your first time listening. How did the start go for you, man? Like, were you instantly just enraptured?
yeah, last week I was a little down on ghost stories, and then you start with this, and it's just like, okay, this is what I want. I'm glad we're back to happiness and joy. I've been thinking about it, and I think this is, yeah, I would agree with Gina that this is their best opener, but not their best closer.
Ooh,
What
okay.
about their best title track,
Definitely
though?
not their
Yeah,
first.
title track, because that is
Yeah,
the
Gino-
category here.
Okay,
Gino said best opener and title
Track.
track.
About that.
Mhm.
Okay. Parachutes is
It's
I need,
literally
like, a
40
list.
seconds. It doesn't even count.
Oh, I love it, dude. I love it.
It's an
Stop.
amazing 40 seconds.
Yes. Leaves you wanting more, man.
Great. Yeah, I would agree with best.
Mhm.
Better than Viva.
Better than Viva.
Better than Viva.
Wow.
X and Y close second in terms of title track after Head Full of Dreams.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah.
And
Yeah,
then
y'all sleep on X and Y too much.
I think Magic was the best title track as well. Magic from the-
uh,
That hit album Magic.
Magic
Yeah,
from
from
hit
the
album
Magic
Ghost Stories.
so yeah, let's switch to closer. Josh, how'd this album close out for you, man? Were you feeling up and up at the end, or were you down and down?
I was definitely feeling up and up. I definitely liked that minute long transition into this where you can play this separately, but like without color spectrum. But if you listen to them too, there's a little bit added, and it kind of takes a little bit slower, but I love it. Definitely an anthem song, an anthem closer, which I appreciate that. And yeah, I always love hearing your story of exiting the stadium to the song before being paying the toll of the bracelet to the stadium old lady,
the stadium troll.
the stadium troll, paying the toll.
Uh,
Actually,
Traffic, right?
probably led to that because you were probably one of the only ones leaving.
yeah, dude.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Because if you had
Yeah.
just left with everybody, you would have got to keep it. So,
Mhm.
Brad.
Come on, Brad.
Yeah. There's an alternate universe though where Brett keeps the bracelet and then some like 11-year-old kid doesn't get a bracelet at the next concert because they weren't able to reuse them. And so he in this universe, he made some kid stay by
Saved his life.
recycling his bracelet, and giving it to the next person to use it throughout the rest of the
I like the
tours.
timeline where I have Brett's recycled bracelet. I think that's the best.
A lot of multiverses out there.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you move a chair, you give a bracelet, changes everything.
What if
What if Coldplay? Gino, how'd you feel about Up and Up, man? To close out this album.
like I said, it is I like it. I enjoy Up and Up. It's one of those songs I've heard on its own separately. So for it to close out the album, I think I already said it. I think it's not one of the best closers, but it is a good one. I like it.
Yeah, I like the lyrics a lot of this song. It's just it's literally just so uplifting. So
Mhm.
I definitely vibe with it. Billy, Up and Up.
All right. So, Up and Up, it's a good song.
Mm-hmm.
But if I had a choice, if you said, okay, you get to pick the last song of the concert, which one would you pick? And I could pick between Up and Up or Death and All His Friends. I'd absolutely pick Death and All His Friends.
Yes.
Close
100%.
second. Close second, but
Interesting.
it doesn't it's
Interesting.
it's like it's similar. It's in the same, it's like going for the
Vein.
same thing, but I just think Death and All His Friends just has more emotion.
Okay.
As a close.
At least it's not Amsterdam. That's kind of a dead of a closer. Up and Up is.
Okay.
That's so. I love that song, man. I'm crying.
I know y'all
love
do.
that
I
song.
remember.
I would agree.
I'm crying at the end of that song every time, man. I love it.
I'm crying at the end of Death and All His Friends every time.
Yeah.
I'm crying at the end of
Same.
Up and Up all the time.
No, you're
It's just so
not.
positive
you're
and
not.
uplifting. I'm
It's
crying,
just-
but I'm
okay.
dancing.
It's just here's the thing about like closers, like how you mentioned for a concert, Billy. If they're waiting like they don't want people to leave. So their best song is gonna be at the end. I think one of their best songs is gonna be at the end. And I wouldn't have any of those
Death
as
Metal's
like
Friends.
as the end song. No,
Great
Death
song.
Metal's Friends. I don't even remember that song. To be honest with you.
Wow. Um,
Yeah,
and then
honestly,
Kate, you kind of already went in on Up and Up, but do you have anything else to add as a closer, like specifically the closing aspect of it?
I will add, touted by Chris Martin as the song they've been waiting to write for 15 years. So he
Wow.
loves this
15
song as
years.
well.
Well, he really loves this album, huh?
Yeah. Also, the last line of that song, where it's some girl kind of whisper singing "Believe in Love," is reportedly sung by Chris Martin's current girlfriend at the time, Annabelle Wallace. Her
Shout out
vocals are
Annabelle.
credited in the album's
Interesting.
booklet. But I saw in your notes that Gwyneth Paltrow was also credited.
Yeah,
in
and
this
Everglow.
album.
Yeah,
Oh,
Everglow.
no. I don't. Where in the song do you know?
I don't know. Maybe it's that like female voice
to
that's
read
kind
this
of like
one.
echoing during like the
Mm.
just solely piano parts, but they like tweak it or something. Could be that. I don't know.
That's honestly really cool, and I'll tell you why later.
Okay. So yeah, next oh yeah, so we kind of already talked about it a little bit, but the title track, Head Full of Dreams, we all love it, right? We don't need to
Yeah.
go too
absolutely.
into
We
it.
don't. Yeah.
Yeah.
We love it. Go listen to it right now.
Mhm.
Okay.
That's it.
Music videos. We talked about it a little bit, but anybody have any standout music video?
Yes, I have a lot
The
of
monkeys! The monkeys, dude! Come on. Okay, that's the thing about the music video for Adventure of a Lifetime. Not only is it monkeys, not only is it additional serotonin to the song. I literally was on knowyourmeme.com today and looking up CGI monkeys dancing because as the Gen Z Instagram meme guy of this group,
Yeah.
that is all I knew this music video as. Like,
Yeah.
me and my boys, when he breaks up with his girlfriend and starts hanging out, and it's the monkeys dancing, you know?
Yeah,
It's all the
yeah.
monkeys dancing. And literally, this started as a meme when somebody took this music video, put in a song from the Fray, a remix of a Fray song, and posted it about the Harambe funeral in 2016. And that's what set the CGI monkeys dancing meme off. I got all this information from knowyourmeme.com, and that's why it's the third most popular or most viewed Coldplay music video, and it is great.
Interesting.
And so yeah, there's this TikTok out there I shared with Brett a while ago, and I posted it on the Waypoint Twitter of a guy who doesn't like Coldplay, and he's forced to watch the music video for Adventure of a
I
Lifetime.
love that
Coldplay
video
fan.
so much.
And
I love that
and
video so
watching
much.
that TikTok, I was like, holy shit, those are the dancing monkeys that I've seen to so many songs, including Adventure of a Lifetime. I was like, is that the actual music video? And I saw it, like, I looked it up, and I was like, this is an actual music video. And I love the idea of Chris Martin and somebody at Warner Music Group signing off on CGI monkeys dancing. They're like, this is great. This is great. Uploaded this to YouTube right now. This is fantastic. Get it out everywhere. Cause it's so ridiculous, but I love it so much, and yeah, it's super memeable. I still see memes of it like on my Instagram to this day. It's great. It's great.
Yeah. So I have to add on to that because you guys were talking about it, that it's a dumb video, all this whatever. I think they know that, and that's
Yeah.
what's cool about it. They know this is a stupid video, and they just had fun with it. They're like, "This is gonna be hilarious. This is so. We're just having fun in our little because it's them motion captured, right?
Mhm.
So they're
Yes.
just like they're just playing around. They're having fun. They have the beats pillars. Like, this video isn't serious. Let's just freaking show this shit. Like, let's just have some fun here, man. And that's
Exactly.
exactly what they're doing.
Mhm.
And it's such a dumb video. It's so
Mhm.
dumb. But that's
Right.
that's the fun part of it. That it's just
Mhm.
dumb. It's just them having fun.
Exactly.
That's
It's dumb
all I
fun.
like.
Literally,
Yeah.
there is a term coined for
Like
this music video.
like
Dumb
you
fun.
cannot you cannot take it seriously whatsoever.
Exactly.
Yeah.
If you take this music video seriously and you hate it for it, that's a you problem. I'm sorry. This isn't like Paradise where it's fun taken seriously and Chris Martin's on a unicycle dressed as an elephant. No, this is CGI monkeys
Yeah.
dancing. This is
And it's
pure
off-putting.
serotonin.
It's off-putting because they're dancing like real people. Like
Yeah.
it's just like
Exactly.
monkeys dancing like real people. It's like just so funny.
I kind of
It's so cool.
vibe with some of the dance moves too, but
Same.
it is
Same.
like it's unique. So we're gonna do a special category within a category: worst product placement in a music video, in a Coldplay music video. Kate, what's what's the worst product placement in a music video for Coldplay?
I mean, there's only one answer, and it's Beats Pill. Isn't that what it's called? Beats Pill.
Yeah.
That, oh my god, Beats. I don't understand why Beats Pill needed so much product placement. Those things were in
Dr.
music
Dre
videos
had
for, like,
to.
they were in music videos for like 3 years straight. Every artist had a freaking Beats Pill in their music video. Like, I don't know what the marketing happened with there, if they were like just made too many and they were like, get this in a Rihanna video, get this in a Coldplay video, get this in a whoever video. They needed them to sell. They didn't get me. Didn't get me.
Yeah, no, I didn't get one of those.
No, I didn't get
Same
it
here.
because I don't like when things are over advertised like that.
Yeah, I don't know. When I listen to music, I usually like the solo experience and not like blasting it at like a park or something for other, like, I don't know.
Yeah, it's so rude.
So rude,
Yeah.
man.
Exactly.
Head Full of Dreams music video. Anybody got anything impactful to say about that one? It is a little fun. It's just like them biking around streets
It's
and
cute.
cuts from like concerts.
So it was filmed in Mexico City, and I was like reading the comments on YouTube, and like so many people were like, oh my gosh, it means so much to us that like you chose to film in our city, and like that you, and like I guess they're not I mean, it's complicated. I know that in South America it's difficult for a lot of like American and like European bands to get to South America for whatever reason to like perform shows. So like they were just like, oh my gosh, the fact that you like performed there and then like chose to have us in your video, like it means so much. And like it was so sweet. It was making me teary-eyed and it was so cute.
Yeah, this music video, I mean, we talked about how like uplifting and fun the song is, and I think the music video reflects that pretty well. Him for the
You get to see
Weekend.
Chris Martin running on the stage, like
I know.
it was great. Yeah.
Him for the Weekend. Anybody got anything impactful to say about that music video,
Yes.
Gino?
Yes, this is something that Coldplay does, and I think I have to commend them on for it. There's a lot of artists that when they make a certain song or they make a video or whatever, there's a lot of cultural appropriation that happens sometimes. The thing that Coldplay does is cultural appreciation. They go into where they're like Kate just said about the what was the song? Head Full of Dreams. Yeah. For him for the Weekend, they go. I'm not sure exactly where it is that they go, but they're not dressed any certain way. They are here, dancing with these people, learning their culture and singing this music. And it just shows that they're appreciating these different cultures rather than trying to appropriate to it. So I think that Coldplay does that with this album very, very well, and it's something they just do a lot. So I thought that was cool.
Yeah, I think
I can answer that for you.
It
was filmed in multiple cities in India.
India,
and it was filmed during the time of their festival, Holi or Holly, HOLI.
Yeah, because they're throwing all that like the powder and all that stuff. It's really cool.
The color. Yeah. And it's like it's called like it's known as the Festival of Love or the Festival of Colors, which is like you know perfect like Coldplay vibes.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. I think you pointed that out last week. Was it last week, Gino, with the cultural appreciation? And it's very apt. And then Beyonce's in it too. She's actually in the music video. She's more dressed up than Coldplay are.
They are,
and then Up and Up. Anybody got anything cool to say about that music video?
I have to say, for being an Up and Up song hater, the music video is really dope.
Yeah.
I really, really enjoyed the music video a lot. My favorite, I even wrote, my favorite part is the army men jumping out of a plane into a bowl of pasta. That's my favorite part.
I don't know why, but like just them like giant like laying down in like a cornfield in Kansas or something, like them like
Yeah.
superimposed like I don't know, it just looked cool. Uh and then yeah, so last but not least, Birds. Anybody got anything cool to say about that music video? I like this one a lot actually.
It's
No,
fun. I mean, it's not my first, it's not the first music video I've seen filmed at that location. It's out in the desert in
Hmm.
California, kind of like by Joshua Tree. Um, but again, it's like quintessential Coldplay. Like Chris Martin might as well like freaking live out there. Like it is, it's like religious and peace and like all of the stuff Chris Martin loves. It was a great place for them to film.
Yeah, I remember watching this music video. I think like the behind the scenes like years ago when this song came out, um and the music video reflects, but it's just them hanging out like at
Mhm.
Salvation Mountain. So it's just, I don't know, it was just fun to like just see them, having fun and enjoying each other's company. And I did like the kaleidoscope elements too, because there's the kaleidoscope EP, and the album cover art kind of has like a little kaleidoscope thing going on. So there's like that kind of unification of that. So yeah, exactly. So I like that one. Next up, I added this one just for this episode because uh, it's unique to this album and the tour, but concert experience. So I
Oh,
believe out of the five of us, I don't know if Asa went to this concert. He's been to
I
multiple.
feel like you would have mentioned that. Oh, has he been to multiple Coldplay shows?
I remember him talking about a tour for I think Milo, maybe.
I think that's the
Um,
one he did. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. So I'm gonna assume he went to this one too, because this one was like a 2 year long tour, like they were going everywhere. But concert experience, Kate, do you have anything you remember from your experience going to the Coldplay concert in San Fran? The journey
Oh
there,
my
the
gosh.
start.
I remember I think Yellow being the second track
Uh-huh.
right after A Head Full of Dreams, and I burst into tears. I couldn't help it. I legit burst into tears. I'm pretty sure I have a video of me crying somewhere. Um I went to the show. I dragged my boyfriend at the time to go to the show with me, and he was not a Coldplay guy, but he was very nice, and he went with me, and he had a decent time. And I just remember being so embarrassed that I was like sobbing at like literally like 10 minutes into the show. Um but yeah, like I said, like so oh my like I'm looking at the set list. We got 23 songs, like not even counting the encore, and like
Woo!
half of them are freaking bops,
It's a
like
meaty concert.
Hmm.
Oh
yeah,
yeah.
meaty, meaty. Like we got Sky Full of Stars, we got Adventure of a Lifetime, we got Charlie Brown, we got Teardrop is a Waterfall, like all the hits, all the amazing, like yeah, so good. And like Chris Martin is just the sweetest. He's very interactive with the crowd. Like I have videos, maybe I'll post one in the Discord after, but it's like it is like I know there's like a live concert, so my crappy iPhone video isn't going to be anything, but like it felt like a laser show. Like I felt like I was like in Vegas. Like I did not expect like, you know, I just didn't expect it because it
Yeah.
was my first Coldplay show, and I just like it was freaking wild. It was really, really fun. Probably one
Yeah.
of the best concerts I've been to be honest.
Yeah. I have a fact here. I'll bring it up now, I guess. But um, in 2017, when the tour ended, it had grossed over $523 million and was listed at the time. I don't know if it still stands at this record, but it was the third highest grossing tour of all time. So even if it moved down a little bit, it's still probably high up. So uh, they did it. Yeah, the yellow. Oh yeah, the yellow lights, like that yellow laser, like going through out the crowd was insane. Kate, do you remember where you sat? Like, were you like which part of the stadium were you at?
Um I was stage left, in the stands, not like super high up, but like the first section of the stands.
Okay.
So it was a pretty good view. Like I wasn't like super high up that like I couldn't see what was going on, but I also had like a good like overview of everything because they moved around a bit. There was like two different like little mini stages where they would go up and then they did like an acoustic song and stuff like that. So yeah, it was I had a pretty good view.
Nice. Yeah, so for my concert experience, I remember um, being at Ohio University, taking summer classes, and Coldplay was coming, and I was like, okay, well, I have to go because I could have gone to like to Milo tour, uh, but then for Ghost Stories they toured like 8 cities, so I was like, okay, I have to like go to this one now. Like I got to make it. But since it was summertime in a college town, I had like no friends like in the immediate vicinity of like who to go with. So that's why I picked my friend Brad, who I knew like kind of liked the band, but wasn't like head over heels for. Um, but yeah, I remember driving up, and yeah, I sat like um, Nationwide Arena is more like a basketball, like ice hockey rink, Kate. So it's not like a football stadium kind of design. So
Oh,
um, I think there were still two like a lower ring of seats, higher ring of seats. But I was on the floor, but I was like in the back right corner, and so they had the A stage, which is like the main stage at the front. Then they had the B stage, which was that like little island in the middle, and then they had the C stage, which was in the back right corner. And so that's when they came to play like 5 songs at the C stage. That's when they like
so
walked right.
you were like really close to that stage.
Yeah, I put that video in the Discord of me filming when they sang one of the parachute songs. I was like, oh my gosh, this is pretty freaking awesome. But yeah, you mentioned it at the top, and I have the set list for at least my concert. I'm sure it's largely the same, but there might be some differences. But um, yeah, they did 24 songs, and yeah, like this is their 7th album, and they literally were able to pick like 2 or 3 from every album. So if you had a favorite
Yeah.
album or a favorite song, there was a good chance that they at least represented like your favorite like era. So I think that was just like that's hard to do like with when you have like such a massive library of music that you're able to like kind of hit all the beats in one single concert. That was pretty cool. Yeah, they played a lot of parachutes actually, and in the C stage. Um, do you remember? Oh, Kate, do you remember which song your concert voted for?
It was, Death and All His Friends.
Really?
He was there,
Wow,
huh? Billy was there.
that's
And
pretty
I
cool.
cried. I'm pretty sure. I actually am having trouble
Right.
finding my actual uh tour for some reason. I don't know why. 'Cause I
I
found it so
I am
easily
on
before.
setlist.fm.
Yeah, like that's the website,
I
but like
still
I can't
I, I'm
find.
not even kidding you guys. I still have the tab open that I opened up like the day after I saw the concert. It's still like on my
What?
phone. Yeah.
You've
Oh,
gotten new phones since then,
Yeah,
haven't you?
yeah, you back it up and then you load up.
Your tabs open?
Hmm?
oh
Gotta
my
keep his tabs, man.
gosh.
Yeah, gotta
So
keep
you
his
still have a
tabs.
tab from when? From how many years ago?
2016, baby. Still been up.
Holy
Yeah.
heck.
We're making this a podcast topic. How many tabs has Brett kept open, and how long have they been open for?
That's
Um,
wild.
Yeah.
but yeah, they did for the C stage. Our audience request was "Till Kingdom Come." So
Interesting.
a classic
Oh, wait, actually I think that was mine too.
"Till Kingdom Come." Yeah, I think we
I got
talked
them
about that.
mixed up. I'm sorry. Yeah, because I remember saying that before now that you're saying it.
But yeah, that's such a great like older
Why
like
can't I find it?
Coldplay kind of acousticy song. So I was glad they picked that, and
Yeah.
they did a David uh
I
is
found
it
it. I found it.
they did a David Bowie cover. They what else did they do? They did like a Van Morrison cover. Like it was like crazy, and just
Okay,
different.
my C stage songs were "In My Place," "Don't Panic," and "Till Kingdom Come."
Yeah, they did Don't Panic here too, and I think during Don't Panic they had uh Gino.
Oh, my bad.
So scary.
I thought your power went out and you were gonna like your feed was gonna get cut.
Damn.
The last thing you hear, shit.
Um, and Johnny Buckland, the guitarist, the lead guitarist, like sang part of the song. And so, I've listened to like all the live albums throughout this journey that we've all gone on, and a lot of times, like Will Champion, the drummer, will sing in some of the live stuff because he's
You said wasn't someone singing in the video that you sent? Someone else was singing, right? In the parachutes?
that was Johnny Buckland, the
Oh,
lead
okay.
guitarist, and he's super shy, and I don't know
Mm.
how often he does that, but he did it for that song, and that was like kind of like a unique concert experience that I got to
At your
engage
show,
with.
did they have a children's choir come up for Up and Up?
No.
'Cause
Well, I don't know.
mine did. It featured the Oakland School for the Arts Choir that sang with them for
Oh,
Up and
that's
Up.
nice.
That's pretty cute.
Mm.
That's pretty cool.
That's
is
pretty
wholesome.
freaking
And
cute.
then yeah,
Very
I
wholesome. I'll be trying to find a video.
bought the tour T-shirt, $40, but
Whoa.
Classic.
Oh,
bought the mug, $20,
crazy.
$20.
20 bucks?
Damn. Bro's
Yeah,
a
dude.
Coldplay beast.
Place crazy.
Swindled out here.
Well, because like I don't know, like you got to get the tour T-shirt, man. What else are you gonna
Yeah,
do?
dude, of course.
They,
That's true,
they,
that's true.
they
Enjoy the live show. What else are you gonna do, dude?
you know what I mean, like a
I know what you mean.
memento to hold on to. I gave up the bracelet.
I know. I get it.
Had to get the T-shirt. I remember at the merch store they had like 4 or 5 T-shirts. It was like a couple head full of dreams and like a Viva T-shirt. They had a parachute T-shirt, and I was like, oh, I really want that shirt. But I was like, I got to get the tour T-shirt. I can't not. You know, like they don't sell those like everywhere. So
Yeah.
Right.
I went with that. But yeah, yeah, they were like 5 inches away from me at one point, so that was pretty cool. Trying to remember anything else. Yeah, just easily one of the best concerts I've been to, if not the best. But yeah, let's switch up categories now. Let's do favorite lyric. Josh, we'll go with you. You were ever glowing about this album, so I want to hear the song that made you glow. That made you glow,
All right.
bro.
All right. It comes from hit song "Adventure of a Lifetime," sleeper track on this album. Said I can't go on, in this way. I'm a dream that died by the light of day. Go and hold up half the sky and say, "Only I own me." You know, to me, that was pretty powerful. You know, that's kind of Chris Martin admitting that he can't live this dream ideal version of himself. He's got to break free of that, and instead of holding up the whole world, he's gonna hold it up in half of it, and he's gonna admit his flaws and move on from all the heartache and ghost stories. Maybe we don't know, but yeah, no, that caught me at the top of the second verse for "Adventure of a Lifetime." That has to be my favorite lyric.
Wow. Okay. Gino, favorite lyric.
Yeah, come back to me. I can't think of one.
Okay.
I really can't think of one.
Okay.
I didn't
It's
like
hard for me this time.
because the thing about these, it's just like the lyrics for a lot of these songs are so intense. You know what I mean? Like a lot of them are like how you
They're
said
very
earlier.
poetic.
Yeah, like they're very poetic. Like how you said for what was the secret track? Like
X
he
marks-
has bars in that one. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Like a lot of these are very impactful lyrics, and I just can't really. I don't know what song to choose from or what lyric to think of. So I'm gonna be honest with you. I'm not gonna. I don't know if I'm gonna have one for you. to be
Okay.
honest with you.
Kate, did you have a favorite lyric?
I do. From the beautiful song that everyone loves, Everglow.
Okay.
Josh is gonna mute now.
Yeah.
Like brothers in blood, sisters who ride, we swore on that night we'd be friends till we die. And now knowing that Gwyneth Paltrow was on that song too, it's like they're conscious uncoupling. Just like, wow, what an inspiration. Like, love that for them.
Yeah, that's a good one. That might be my favorite lyric from that song too. Billy, this was your first time listening again, so did any lyrics like just grab you, man? Tell me.
Yeah, so I like the vibe of Up and Up. I like a nice optimistic song, so I zeroed in on this lyric right here. Yes, I want to grow. Yes, I want to feel. Yes, I want to know. Show me how to heal it up. Heal it up. And I
Heal it
just
up.
It was like almost such a nice rhyme, and then it's like heal it up. Like
It
gotta
up.
have that.
Yeah.
You know what'll make this line?
The-
But I just I like that line because it's like the implication is like I want to grow, I want to feel, like I want to like have real experiences that aren't just all like good stuff. And then like yeah, after I like live and, through life's ups and downs and all that, I want to know how to like pick myself back up because, you know, life can't always be great.
Mhm.
We know that.
Yeah.
And it makes it richer.
Exactly.
One now.
Well put. And yeah, like we've been talking about this during the course of the discussion, but this does feel a little of like an addendum of like the breakup kind of vibes with a couple of the songs with this album. So yeah, and Kate's pick and Billy's pick, yeah, kind of exemplifies that. So it's my turn now. Unless Gino, you got a secret favorite lyric
I have one.
you're keeping
I have
from
one
us. Okay.
No,
What-
I looked through the songs. I have one now. It's from A Head Full of Dreams, and I think it's actually the chorus or one of the or bridge or whatever, I don't know music. And you get a head full of dreams. You can see the change. You want to be what you want to be. I think we all live by this, to be honest with you, or we all try to live by this. We all chase our dreams. You know, some people settle, but some people chase that dream. And I think this song speaks to that. It, we all want to change to, we all want to be what we want to be. Exactly, that's exactly what it is. And this song brings the fun. It brings that hype, and it inspires you to follow that dream because
Yeah.
your head's full of it. That's exactly what it is. I love that. Yeah, so
Taking
that's
the dream and making it real.
exactly, and it
Get out
keeps
of the
going
head.
too. It keeps going because it says when you get a head full of dreams, into life I just been spoken with a head full of dreams. So you're speaking this, you're speaking this dream that you have into existence. It's something you want.
That's
So I love
awesome.
that.
I love that, dude. That's a good pick.
Yeah. Mhm.
So for me, man, I think my favorite lyric is from Amazing Day. I always, pick like the slow songs for favorite lyrics usually, but yeah, the end when he's saying, "Oh, thanks God, must have heard when I prayed, because now I always want to feel this way." Amazing Day. And when we were talking about that song, just like how euphoric you feel, like I think literally the lyrics along with that outro part of the song, like it's just like ascending and it just feels amazing. And even yeah, I love that song a lot. So that's probably my favorite lyric. And now we're at the ranking. He's ready to rank this album. So let me pull up the
Ready.
list here and just let y'all know where we stand. So we have Viva La Vida or Death and All His Friends at number 1. We have deal with it, Josh. You
For
already
some reason, I thought that was number 2. and
you
Milo
already
number
you
1.
already got your
Yeah,
revenge.
put it
You
right there,
you
yeah.
already you
I
already got
forgot
your
the
revenge.
backwards ass math you did to fucking bump Milo's number 2 and fucking this one, the fucking Viva La Vida Prospects March Edition number 1.
You already got your revenge against Prospect in his March, so we just gotta move on, okay?
All right.
Yeah, number 1, Viva La Vida. Number 2, Milo Xyloto. Number 3, Parachutes. Number 4, A Rush of Blood to the Head. Number 5, X and Y. And then number 6, Ghost Stories. So, Billy, where would you rank this album?
See, this is tough. This was tough for me, but I did think about it, and I thought it through. Here was my process. So like, the list as group lists, come together. You get a little like, I like this more than Milo Zelato, but not as much as Rusted Bullet Head or Parachutes. So I think I'm gonna split the diff and slide it in between Parachutes and Rush of Blood at number 4.
Number 4. Okay.
Wow.
Number 4. Kate, where would you rank A Head Full of Dreams? Is this a dream or a nightmare? Let me know.
I mean, none of the albums are nightmares, but I have a lot of reoccurring dreams, and this is not one of them. And so I am putting this album below X and Y, above Ghost Stories.
So number 6.
Yes.
Okay. Gino,
Wish.
you're a new player, so this should be pretty high.
As you know, I am still a new play. And I said, I don't like it better than Milo, right? But I like it better than Parachute, so it's number 3 for me. Very simple. You would assume, yeah. Exactly.
Number 3.
100%.
Okay.
Number 3. Yep.
Josh, what number is coming to your head right now, man?
Oh dear.
That's at number 1. That's at number 1. The couple tracks in, I was like, man, I thought Milo was number 1 when I was listening to this morning, and I was like, okay, I'd rank this. Like, I could see this going number 2 behind Milo and before Viva. But then you reminded me Viva's up there, and there's no way in hell this album is worse than Viva La Vida Prospects March edition.
Be who you want to be, Josh.
This album's so much better. Yes. Does it sound a little generic? Does it sound a little like familiar? I had the exact same thoughts, Billy. I was like, this kind of sounds like Bombay Bicycle Club. This kind of sounds like Phoenix. This sounds like indie pop I've heard before. But are those bands bad? No. Is this album great? Yes. Number 1.
Picking
number
up
1
from
with
CVS. Picking up from CVS. Listening to everything.
Number 1. Wow. I mean, I guess I shouldn't be too surprised because you said like half the songs were your favorite.
Yeah,
or like
literally had 5 top songs.
Top tier.
Ranked my top 5.
So for me, listening to this album, it was a discussion of, is it higher or lower than X and Y? Because X and Y I like a lot, but it's definitely near the bottom of my personal rankings too, not only like our group ranking here. But when I've been listening to this, I'm like, do I rank it over, that first trilogy of the classic Coldplay sound we all have come to know and love? Oh man, I don't.
Past die, Brett. Kill it if you have to.
Okay, you quoting that movie is making me rank it lower. So
don't take my nonsense out on this great album, you sick son of a bitch.
That's I'm trying.
Of the concert, Brett. Think of the concert.
Think of the concert, Brett. Think about walking out to Up and Up, dude.
X and Y, man. That's like.
Think of the.
Yeah, that was bad.
And I love X and Y. I love X and Y. Out of that original trilogy, that is my favorite of the original.
See, think of what? Talk.
Yeah, Talk is so great, and Talk is like why I hold it to such a high standard, X and Y, and a lot of X and Y slaps, and X and Y is too low on our list, and y'all are about to put another album too low on our list, and I will not stand for it. I will stop. I'll walk away.
I'm looking at X and Y right now. Man, they're almost equal to me. Because I'm adding up all of our rankings and then dividing by the members of the panel to get the
You have Ace's ranking as well, right?
No, he did not send anything. So
Damn it, Asa.
if he shows up next week, then we can just add his score to ours and then just reshuffle it, see where it goes. But I kind of want to put it at.
Are you trying to tie?
I was gonna say, like, can I rank it at the same number as one of the others? But I'm not gonna do that.
It's your math. I don't. I don't know.
What do you mean? Math is math. It's not my math.
It's your math,
Everything's
right?
Your backwards ass math that put fucking Milo under Viva La Vida, dude.
We just want to be
That was
consistent.
literally because Milo had like 1.2 or something. It was literally percentage lower. That's all, Josh. Okay, nothing
You
personal.
know what I think you're gonna put it? I think you're gonna put it at 4, like Billy did. I think
Nah,
that's what you're gonna do.
I can't put it above a rush of blood to the head. I think I will put it at 6. I'm gonna put it below X and Y. I can't do it, Josh. I can't do it. I
You're a
love.
coward.
I love.
Ah,
I love the album.
I'm glad you got rid of your bracelet.
Oh,
You don't deserve
Brett.
it. You don't deserve
Brett,
it. Take
you-
that shirt
you
off
felt
right
it,
now.
You felt
On-
it in your heart, in your gut.
6.
This was a great tour. Wasn't a great album, okay? Like I
Wait,
said,
but you're
this
right.
tour
It is
was
a-
basically
it
like
is-
a greatest hits tour.
It is.
okay?
It is a
Like,
great album, though. That's the thing. It's just.
They're all great albums.
They can all be
Brett.
great.
Ghost Stories
I-
is a great album.
I just
but
like
it's
it.
at the bottom.
I just like it not as much as the others, but it's still great. It's still great. So I'm
Exactly.
doing the
So
math
good.
here. Adding up all the scores.
18.
So we get a score of 20. We're dividing it by 5 people.
Oops.
Fuck. Number 4? It's fucking Josh, dude.
What a
Josh.
day,
Josh.
dude.
Josh is a troll in
Sorry,
these
I'm
rankings.
sorry I like fun, dude. I'm sorry I like dancing monkeys. I'm sorry I don't take
He's a
shit
new
too
play. He's a new
seriously.
play.
Okay,
I am the
Tyler.
definition
This-
of a new play.
This is the second week Josh has trolled our rankings and altered the true group rankings. Okay, so
Trolled the
Me- I
rankings?
agree
There
with
were
it.
like there were 3 of us that voted fucking Ghost Stories number 6, dude. What do you mean trolled the rankings, bro?
um, so I'm recalibrating the list.
Honestly, let's just bump it up to number 3 at this point, dude. Like, come
Hell
on, man.
no.
This album is so fun, dude.
That would make sense to me.
Yeah, that's what exactly.
That's my
Gino,
personal ranking.
Exactly.
Yeah, my personal
Yeah.
ranking.
Okay, we'll,
Ghost Stories is
we're-
higher for me though too.
So, quick question while we're all here, still here. Do we want to do like our full rankings at the end of the Music of the Spheres episode? Like we'll all like kind of just do like
I want to make that our own episode.
you want to do another episode?
Replay.
Yeah, yeah.
We can
exactly.
we can decide that later, but
Sure.
the rankings stand now. We got Viva La Vida or Death and All His Friends, Prospects March Edition at number 1. Then we got Milo Xyloto at 2. We got Parachutes at number 3. We got A Head Full of Dreams at number 4. We got a rush of blood to the head at number 5. We got X and Y at number 6. And we got Ghost Stories at number 7. Next week is Everyday Life.
What by the time you're watching it, it will be later this week. So
Correct. Later this week,
exactly. I got you.
we are recording and releasing Everyday Life, our episode on Everyday Life, technically a double album. So we could rank Sun and Moon separately if we want to, y'all. But we can talk about that later.
Yeah.
There's already too much within our rankings. I can't go through this shit again, dude.
But yeah, that's
Just more opportunities to disappoint John.
man. Okay,
Brett, I want to close this episode by saying that I've done the research, and Coldplay: A Head Full of Dreams is currently the fifth highest grossing tour of all time,
so it went from 3 to
Behind-
5.
behind the Rolling Stones, Guns N' Roses,
Wow.
U2, and guess who is freaking number 1?
Adele, baby.
No,
Uh,
freaking Ed Sheeran, which
on
is
the
why
list.
he is on my list. It's backwards. But
Kanye.
along with Kanye, Ed Sheeran is now on my list for
Wow.
multiple reasons. But also,
Sheeran.
he is a redhead with a guitar, and he has the number 1 grossest tour.
Kate, look at it.
Yeah,
look at
he
how
has the
many-
number 1
Time.
grossest tour because it's that dude touring.
Exactly.
Kate, look at how many shows he did though.
Kate, do you know? So Coldplay was at number 3 when this tour ended. So
Oh.
but it got bumped down to.
Trolled! He trolled just like Josh trolls. He was like, ooh,
They
if I just
never
keep this
troll.
tour going forever, I'll make the most money.
He's
Done
on my
deal.
list now
He did
too.
255
Exactly.
shows.
He's on
He
my
is
list
on
now
all
too.
of
What a
mine.
nerd that guy. That guy's a
And
loser.
Coldplay
Yeah.
only did 114.
It's like when James Cameron puts Avatar back in
Wow.
movie theaters, and then it like
Exactly.
stole the #1 spot from Endgame after
know.
Endgame finally.
We
took
gotta
the
bring
spot
it back.
naturally.
Re-release Endgame so
We
that
need
can
to
take the
take
number
a
one spot.
stand.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah.
James Cameron on my list for that.
James
Two
Cameron on that.
or one more thing I wanted to mention, and we'll end on this. But the tragedy of Super Bowl 50 on February 7th, 2016. There was a great grievance that occurred. Kind of like Kanye and Taylor Swift, Kate. This was like on a magnified scale, like 30 times. You know, Coldplay, they got Super Bowl 50. Super Bowl 50 was like massively marketed more than like any other Super Bowl because it was like that neat 50.
Big anniversary.
Normally for Super Bowls, they do like weird, Roman numerals. This time they did a straight up number, 50 right in the middle of, on the road to 100. And Bruno Mars and Beyonce stormed the stage. They stormed the stage. You guys.
Dare you compare that to Taylor Swift and Kanye? Are you kidding me? Chris Martin has been quoted so many times saying he wanted them there because he's like,
He was
I
like this.
can't dance. And I'm
He
just
had to
this
say that. He had to say
and I
that.
need other people to come up on stage with me.
He had
He did
to.
not have to say that. He did not have
Big
to say
NFL
that.
put a gun to his head.
He had
Mr. Meta.
fun. Everyone had fun, Brett. The only person who wasn't having fun was you, okay? Just have some fun featuring Tove Lo, okay?
I had to turn off the TV when they showed up, Brett.
I stormed out of the party and took my dip and went home. Watched the rest of the game by myself.
How many layers was that dip?
I don't even know. I was in such a rage. I don't remember. Yeah. Warner Canada just tweeted for Coldplay fans. Josh, I'll send you the tweet later. But yeah,
thank you.
That's it for this episode. Our longest episode yet, believe it or not. Later on this week, we will be ranking and reviewing Everyday Life, almost like kind of Coldplay's secret album. So I'm very excited in terms of like rollout, Kate. I love this album a lot, the next one, so I'm very excited to talk about it with you guys and y'all too. So thank you for watching, and we will see you on the next episode. Peace.